And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My name is Eric McKinley, and I am the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And today we're going to be talking about business funding. Business funding, that's right. Usually every Friday I have a business owner on here, but we have a special edition this month. We are in observance of Women's History Month. We are hosting our calls and focusing on some women authors on Saturday. So feel free to come on tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as well and hear what our women authors have to say about a wonderful project, an amazing project that they're doing. But we're here right now and going to be talking about business funding, going to be talking about investing back into your business. So guys, as you jump on, do me a favor, like it, share it, and tag someone. Like it, share it, and tag someone. And I'm going to share this to a couple of groups as well, because I know there are some business owners who are going to want to get access to some of this information. National Business Builders is a company that specializes in small business development, focusing in the area of business funding, business finances, business building, personal finances as well, because personal finances play a huge role in our business to include our credit. So this is something that we're going to want to have access to. Now, just a little bit about myself. I'm retired military. I did 22 years in the military in the Army branch, Army. And when I retired, didn't want to get a traditional retirement job, as they say in the military. I wanted to branch out and start a business. And we actually started a business. My wife and I started a business about 5 years ago. And from there, we started up with a network marketing company. And from there, we birthed a couple of businesses, a couple of traditional businesses, and we are here right now. So we got Miss Ladrika Winston on call out of Clarksburg, Maryland. Thank you for joining us this morning. We are talking about business funding, okay? And there are a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I thought about doing. Getting a job after doing 22 years in the military was not one of them. So now what we do is we share this information with young entrepreneurs, young business owners, people who are wanting to get started but really don't know how to get started. It's a lot of people that don't know how to get started. And because they don't know how to get started, what they end up doing is they end up doing things incorrectly, or maybe not the best way. Remember, there's always better ways to do things, especially as a business owner, up and coming. You're going to have a lot of expenses. You're going to have a lot of unknowns, and you want to make sure that you position yourself to be successful. So somebody who's self-employed, new to business ownership, they make a lot of decisions based off of what they know instead of making decisions off of what they can prove. So this morning we're going to be talking about funding your business and investing back into your business. Now, this is an amazing time to be investing back into your business because, and I don't know if all business owners are going to be able to have advantages to take advantage of this, but there's a lot of people who want to start businesses. There's a lot of people who are in business and they have a job as well, and they are going to be receiving some assistance from the government in the form of a stimulus check. Instead of stimulating the economy by putting it back into the economy as far as being a consumer, put that money back into your business. This is the perfect time to invest in your business and to begin to build business credit for your business. A lot of individuals still are out there, still don't know what business credit is. They've heard of it, but they're really not understanding what business credit is. And that's really important because as a business owner, you have to understand how you can actually take your business to the next level. What we do a lot of times is we follow different people. We get advice from people who are in our family. We get advice from our friends. But a lot of those people are not business owners. And a lot of those people don't understand about business. So if you were with us last Friday, we talked about credibility. We talked about credibility. And I promised you that I was going to be talking about breaking down the 9 things to make your business credible. So this is a part 2 of how to build your business like a business credit like a boss. And we're going to have some special offers at the end. My name is Eric McKinnon. Like I said, I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. My wife, Dorothy, and I started this business, actually rebranded our business. And we started this business back in 2017, but we rebranded this business right before the pandemic hit. And I say that because there's a lot of people who were affected by the pandemic and didn't quite know how to create more cash flow and more means of stability and grow their business. But we were able to do that because of some information that we learned in our first business venture that we're still a part of, the basis of financial education and financial literacy, learning the importance of the foundation of finances and how important it is to build a strong business. Oftentimes what people don't know is they spend a lot of time with the business name. They spend a lot of time getting a logo together. They spend a lot of time doing those things that make their business look good on the outside. But a lot of people don't understand the back end of the business, and they don't do a strong financial plan for their business. They don't have a plan to grow their business or scale their business. So what I want to do is I'm going to share some things with you. First, we're going to talk about what business credit is, the definition of business credit. And it's basically simple. As simple as this. It's where the business creates a credit profile that's separate from the profile of the business owner. How many people do you know right now are actually using their own credit, their personal credit to build their business, to run their business, to operate? There's a lot of them, y'all. There's a lot of businesses out there because that's all they know. Or they don't understand the importance of investing in their business to build and create business credit. See, what happens is your company's tax ID or the EIN is the number that you're going to use to get registered with companies like Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is a credit reporting agency for the business credit, and it supports over 75% of business credit reporting. So that's what business credit is. Basically, simply put, it separates your personal credit from your business credit. A lot of people don't know that their business can have credit. It can, but it has to be set up properly. It has to be correctly set up. And a lot of people get started setting up their business, but they don't go the full 9 yards. Or they say, well, you know what, I'll do that later. So here's some things that I talked about last Friday, and talked about credibility. And credibility basically is your business qualified? Is your business trustworthy to receive credit from vendors and lenders, financial institutions? Why would you want to do that? You want to do that so you can actually grow and scale your business. I know there's a lot of people who say, you know, I have a small business, I work from home, or I have a home-based business, and I'm not wanting to grow too big. I'm not wanting to grow too large. Well, I want you to understand that a small business that generates about $4 or $5 million, a small business that generates about $4 or $5 million a year is still considered a small business. So I don't know anybody who doesn't want to use this opportunity to create some type of wealth, some type of stability, some type of leverage for themselves. I got Miss Lorraine Bradley out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thanks for jumping on this morning. And Miss Cortina Trafford out of Huntsville, Alabama. Thanks for jumping on. So do me a favor, y'all, like it and share it and tag somebody. You may know a business owner that may be interested in learning more about these things. And there's 9 steps, like I said, that we talked about briefly last Friday to your credibility. And we're going to get into them. Okay, so here's the 9 steps. You're talking about selecting your business name, your business address, your business entity, the EIN, the business phone number, and making sure it's registered with the 401 directory, business website and email. And then you have your business license, if that is required, or even if it's not required by your state, your county, or your local entity. And then your business bank account and also your merchant account. So let's get into this, y'all. This is my lovely wife right here. Man, we got a lot of people in our circle, man. I'm thankful because we have people who actually assist us in getting our business together. That's another thing you got to understand. When you're in business, you can't do it by yourself. You have to have a team of people that you trust, that you can network with on a regular basis. But let's talk about the first thing of the credibility process. Selecting your business name. Before you can do anything, you have to select a name. Okay, now this may seem really easy, but I'm telling you, it can be the most difficult thing out there. Okay, it can be the most difficult thing out there, but you got to select a name. You want to pick a name that you can trademark. Pick a name that doesn't include verbiage that puts your business at a high risk, because remember, we're going to be applying for business credit. Before you get a domain, before you build a website, before you print any business cards, you want to make sure that the name is available on the Secretary of State. A lot of people do this backwards, and they find it a little bit painful in the beginning. And then once that is ready, you want to be sure before you even get started that you are financially able to go ahead and lock that name down. So once you find out it's available, go ahead and reserve that name by go ahead and creating that entity. And you may be the type of person that says, I'm not going to do any of this, but you may pay someone to do it. However, you need to make sure you know what's going on. So what's your business address? I've had a lot of people talk about this, and this is a huge discussion, the type of business address that you're supposed to have. Does your business have a physical address? Your business is going to need a physical address or a virtual address. It cannot be your home address. In the beginning, it's not going to be an issue, but once you start going to get lines of credit, once you start applying for business credit cards, it's going to be a little challenging for them to show that your business is actually a real business. So, why does your business need a physical address? It's not required to build business credit, but it's going to give you a better opportunity to do that. And if you don't have a traditional brick and mortar, you still have an opportunity to get a virtual address. Okay. Remember, it's going to increase the credibility of your business. Here's continued. Like I said, don't use the P.O. box. Okay. P.O. boxes make businesses look unstable when building business credit. Listen to what I said. I didn't say they make them look unstable. They make them look unstable when building business credit. So all lenders are not going to play that game with you. All right. Plus, you get a P.O. box. I'm telling you, you can get a virtual address for the same amount or even less than the P.O. box, depending on where you go. Okay. Depending on where you go. Once again, your business address, it should be able to stay long term with your business. You don't want to really share that address. You want to break it down basically physically. Okay. So even if you are renting offices out, renting office space, you want to make sure you determine that space in there so people can know that that's a separate space. Okay. Now, the type of businesses, there's several different types of entities. And you have to figure out which one fits or suits your business. Now, this is where you may have to get a tax professional involved. You may have to, I would strongly encourage you to get a tax professional involved, but basically you want to stay with at least within the realms of an LLC. Okay. An LLC, a limited liability company. But we're going to talk about this. There's like 5 basic entities. Okay. So the business address, okay. Sorry about that. So anyway, how you structure your business matters. How you structure your business matters. You got sole proprietor. Okay. You see that's sole up top and proprietor at the bottom. Then you have your LLC, your LLP, your S Corp, and your C Corp. So regardless of how you choose to conduct business, in order to build business credit, you have to have a formal structure. And there's 5 different types of business structures. Now, the first one is not a formal structure. It's not. Okay. But the last 4 are. And we're going to talk about those briefly. Sole proprietorship is basically someone who owns an unincorporated business. And let me clear this up when I said it's not a legal entity. Okay. It's not a legal entity. It just simply basically refers to the person that is working for themselves. So it's not even recognized as a legal entity. I'm not saying it's not a legal business. I'm not saying someone who works for themselves is not illegal. I'm saying as far as an entity is not a legal entity. So go ahead and invest a couple of dollars to get your LLC. You have your C Corp. Owners are called stockholders, stock or shareholders. Ownership is easily transferable. Listen, if you're just getting started in business, a small business, you don't even want to look at the C Corp. You don't even want to look at that. As you get ready to scale your business, that may be an option. Your limited liability corporation or company, limited personal liability of owners, unlimited number of owners. It depends on which state you're in as well, how you actually file this for your unlimited owners. And owners pay taxes based on their ownership, their share of ownership. So you got to understand that limited liability, there's like a wall in between you and your business. There's a wall between you and your business. And also remember, when you're doing limited liability, you want to make sure you have some general liability insurance. That's a note for people who don't know. And there's a lot of people who don't know, so we can't assume that everybody knows. But the owners pay taxes based on their share of the ownership. And then you have your limited liability partnership. The limited liability partnership is similar to the LLC, but it's designed for professionals like CPAs and attorneys. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a hotel and you've seen that gold placard hanging on the wall, and it may say LLP. That is what a partnership is. They may have a franchise the hotel, and they may have a partnership with them and a couple of other people who actually bought into that franchise. Still got to do your articles with the Secretary of State, and it consists of at least one general partner and other limited partners, or the general partner that's personally liable for the partnership's debt. So the person that's out front, that's the face of the business, that's usually the person that's going to be responsible for that. Okay. And like I said, get with a tax professional, someone that you trust if you have any questions about this. Partners are taxed based on the ownership percentages still. Now, what's an S Corp? S Corp is basically a corporation for all purposes except taxes. It's called a pass-through. Okay, for tax purposes, it's treated similar to a partnership. It means that the S Corp does not pay taxes. The S Corp itself does not pay taxes. Now your LLC is going to pay taxes. And don't just go out and get an S Corp just because it sounds sexy and you're not paying taxes on that business. It may not suit you right now. It may not be for you right now. So you want to make sure, once again, that you enlist the assistance of a tax professional, or you can come back and talk to us and we can actually get down and talk to you a little bit further about this. Okay. But once again, S corporations don't pay income taxes, but they report the results of the operations to their shareholders. So what happens is whoever has the percentage of taxes or ownership in that company, that's how much they're going to pay in taxes or be able to write off in taxes. So the employment identification number, the EIN, what is that? And why is it so important? The EIN, also known as the FEIN, the Federal Employment Identification Number, or the Federal Tax Identification Number, is a unique 9-digit number that you're going to get from your state. Okay, you're going to get that from your state, and you want to use that to represent your business when you file taxes. All right, that represents your business. So you don't want to use your Social Security number when you have a business. You want to actually use your when you actually have at least an LLC, you want to use your EIN. Now you can actually file or apply for an EIN with a sole proprietorship as well, and you can use that information. But you want to make sure you definitely use it for at least an LLC, LLP, C Corp, or S Corp. Business and 411 listing. Why? Business phone, 411 listing. Why is this important? I hear lots of people say, well, I already have a business phone, and they end up having a Google voice line. That is not considered to be a reliable business phone in the eyes of vendors and lenders. A business phone number can increase the credibility of your business. If I go out there and I look you up on Google or 411 listing and I find your business, now I can actually say, hey, this person is legit. That's just human nature. That's just how it goes. Okay. Your business's phone number should not be a personal phone number, a personal cell number. It shouldn't be a residential line. How would they know it's a residential line? Because it's going to be zoned for it, and it's going to be registered with the 411 directory. It's going to be registered, just like your business address can't be your home. It's going to be zoned. If it's zoned for a business, is one thing. You still want to have an additional line, a separate line, and it needs to be registered in your business's name. Toll-free business phone numbers can be used as well. There's also some free and low-cost virtual phone numbers that you can use, but you want to make sure, listen, you want to make sure you're getting what you pay for. So if you use something for free, don't get mad. Okay, I had a young lady, we had a conversation about things that are free. Everything that's free is not the best for yourself or your business. Maybe in the beginning, but remember, we're trying to build some stability. So sometimes you're going to have to just invest in our business. There's a lot of inexpensive virtual phones out there. Okay, so a lot of different inexpensive virtual phones out there that you want to actually do your research. Okay, do your research. Hey, good morning, Lisa. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. We got I don't want to mess this up, Miss Kiara Daniel. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it, y'all. Drop y'all city and state and let us know where you're tuning in from, and like it and share it, please, and thank you. So we talked about the and I think my slides messed up, man. Yeah, my slides jacked up. I apologize. But we're talking about the website now. Okay. So I apologize for that. But we're talking about the website and how the website can affect your growth. You want to make sure you have a website. So disregard that saying an identification number. It needs to be a website. But anyway, your business website is going to be important, and your business email is going to be important. You want to make sure you have a business email that does not say Gmail, or doesn't say Yahoo or Hotmail. Those are public domains. You want to have a website that has a private domain, which means you have to buy one. Okay, this is for business credit purposes. Now, you don't need one for your business. It's going to make your business look better. I mean, if I'm shopping with someone and I see where it says, hey, Eric McKinley at yahoo.com, I'm going to say, wow, but this person has a business. Or it says National Business Builders at yahoo.com. I'm going to look at that person kind of side-eyed, like, okay, hey, look, this is your business, but invest a little bit more money into your name. Okay. Business license. Business license is going to depend on what your state says, but for business credit purposes, you want to make sure you have your licenses. You want to make sure you have it. When you start to apply for lines of credit, when you start to apply for business credit cards, you're gonna need that. Okay, so that's real simple. It's not that expensive. Filling out the paperwork for your business license, they're gonna ask you basically how much money you've made and so on and so forth, and it's not that expensive to keep up. Okay, this is one thing that I get a lot of people on when they say that they're good. The business banking account. You want to make sure you have a business banking account, not a bank account that your business funds go into or deposit into. Go to a bank. Could be your local bank. It could be a bank in your area. It could be something online. But don't fall in love with your bank that you personally bank with. If they don't provide a business banking account, go to someone that does. Why do you need that? All businesses, big or small, new or established, should set up a business bank account. A business bank account opens up financing options. I'm not telling you to go to the bank to get finance for a loan just yet. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that once you get situated and you say, hey, listen, I'm building my business credit. I'm going through the different processes and the different tiers. And now I'm ready to build my I'm ready to apply for a loan or a line of credit. Then they're going to look at that. Okay. They're going to look at that business bank account. They're going to look at how long it's been in existence, and they're going to look at how much money is coming through that account. But also, you want to make sure there's this term that I like to use. You want to make sure that you're not piercing the corporate veil, meaning that you're not using First off, you don't want to use your personal money to fund your business. I hope you established that already. If you're just jumping on, we're talking about how to fund your business the correct way and how to separate your personal money from your business money. You want to make sure that you are not commingling funds, meaning that your personal money is not intermingled with your business money. There are some very strict rules and guidelines with business bank accounts. You should not be able to transfer money from your business bank account to your personal account, but you would be able to transfer and make deposits from your personal to your business. Okay, so it makes a difference. You can't go from business to personal, but you can go from personal to business. A business bank account will both hold and manage money made solely from within the business. A personal account, it's not going to do that. Okay, so you may be saying, if you listen to this, well, Eric, I'm good. I got my money separated. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, we don't want to cut corners when we're building our business. When we're building our business as subject matter experts in our company, what we want to do is want to ensure that everyone has the correct information. So if you decide that you want to cut corners, that's on you, but we're going to put it out there. And if you think about it, when you do a business bank account, there's going to be some other qualifications that you're going to need. You may need to have a certain amount in the bank before you get penalized with different fees and everything. And that's why people kind of steer away from business bank accounts. But I'm telling you, you need to have one to separate that money. And it's going to show a strong force when you're building your business credit. And then last but not least, merchant accounts, a business merchant account. Now, I know it's a lot of people out there, to include us, that are using a lot of apps to accept money. We have Cash App, we have Zelle. We don't have Stripe. I think we may have Stripe. I'm not sure if my wife got Stripe, but those are not our main merchant accounts, and those are actual business merchant accounts. But I'm talking about a credit card processing account that allows you to process credit cards and allows you to process debit cards. Why would you want that? Well, first off, you got to understand, people are going to spend more money with a debit card or a credit card than they will with cash. That's number one. Remember, we're in an online age, so people are going virtual businesses. And if every time you're selling a product or service, you gotta share your Cash App, that really doesn't look professional. And I know why a lot of people do it. They do it because a lot of young businesses are trying to keep their money quiet, put it like that. They're trying to keep and accept money under the table, but you're only hurting yourself. And also remember this, I'm gonna throw this little nugget out there. If you make a certain amount of transactions on those apps, those cash apps, apps that receive cash. I don't want to say Cash App because that's actually one. But if you make a certain amount of transactions on there, a certain number of transactions on there, and a certain amount of money on there, you're going to get a 1099 or 1098 or something anyway. So you're going to get a tax document. So I recommend that you have a merchant account that has the ability to process those debit and credit cards. Like I said, clients spend more money when they have that option. We have several merchant accounts. You can just go to our website. You can put in your credit card information. The only thing you have to make sure of is that when you're creating these accounts, that they have that little lock, that security in the top of the URL. A lot of people are going to say, well, I don't want to shop and put my credit card in your website, but just think about it. They do it in Amazon, they do it at Walmart, they do it in Best Buy, they do it all the time. It's the same process. Make sure the little lock is up there. It's going to give you security. We also recommend setting up backup merchant accounts. What if your merchant account goes down? If your merchant account goes down and you can't receive any business, so you don't want to lose business anyway. So, or for any other reason, okay, you want to make sure that someone may write you have a bad transaction, and you may be on freeze or on pause for a temporary amount of time. So you want to be careful that you don't just have one merchant account. You want to have backups. So here's a special offer. Here's our book and our workbook. Right now, it is $32.97, guys. It was originally $37.97. Our book and our workbook on how to build business credit like a boss. This is a book my wife and I wrote, and we also have a workbook as well. I want you to think about this, guys. The workbook is going to walk you through the ability to be able to track and annotate all of your transactions. And you have the book that's going to have a step-by-step process on how to build your business credit. And if that doesn't help, you can actually still contact us, or we can set something else up, because we have access to build business credit through a system that we offer as well. If you want to order that book, you can get that book at www.nationalbb.net/business credit. Okay. Now, this book is valued at well over $200. This information is valued at well over $200. But the whole idea is we want to make sure that people have access to this information. Most business owners, especially small businesses, are just getting started, and they want to invest in the business, but they really don't have the funds to do it. Or sometimes people just don't understand the importance of doing it. Okay. Hey, ask you guys to follow us on our social media pages. Got something else as well I want to share with y'all at the end, because I want y'all to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is actually being broadcasted right now to our YouTube channel. You can go back and look at several videos. I'm going to go ahead and put that link up as well. We're trying to get our followers up on there as well, but we have a Facebook business page, Twitter page, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also, like I said, our YouTube. So, National Business Builders. Once again, if you're just jumping on, my name is Eric McKinley, and I'm the Director of Program Development. My wife, Dorothy, and I have been in business for about a little over 5 years. This business has been around, rebranded since January of 2020. Before that, we were called something else, but we rebranded this business. Want you guys to know that we specialize in small business development, focusing in the area of business funding, business building, business finances, personal finances, correctly building your business and separating your business funds from your personal funds. Start building your business credit today. You see this information on the website is scrolling at the bottom of the page. I want y'all to check that out, because it's very important. It's some free information that I'm offering you guys right now. Let me stop the screen share. So one last thing I want to leave you all with. I'm going to put this in the comments, because I want y'all to subscribe. Let me see. I want you to subscribe to our YouTube page. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. _. Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube page. I just put that in the chats. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on our social media pages to get the most updated information on business building, not just business credit, but business building. If you go to the site, it's scrolling across the page. I'm going to put this up as well, because I want you to get this free information. So give me a second as I put this in. www.nationalbb.net/business credit funding. And you can actually access a free PDF. All right, for a limited time only. It's a free PDF. It talks to you a lot about the things that I said today and some things that I didn't, but it's going to talk to you about how to build business credit. It gives you some guidelines. Put that in your library, and let's see how important it is and why it's so important to build your business credit. Now, listen, like I said before, there's going to be a lot of business owners who have jobs. You're going to be getting your stimulus check, and I'm just going to make a recommendation. There's a lot of people who are going to be trying to get your money to put it back into the economy. They're going to want you to buy stuff like clothes, shoes, purses. They're going to want you to even go out there and get you another car. If you don't need that stuff, don't do it. If you're looking to build a business, if you're serious about building your business, invest it back into your business. Collaborate with us. Let's go ahead and start getting your business credit situated so you can actually start funding your business the correct way. Business credit gives you the ability to grow and scale your business by using other people's money. Don't look at business credit like personal credit. Because if you look at business credit like personal credit, you're going to get it all wrong. Excuse me, you're going to get it all wrong. But I want you to understand that your business is its own entity. It has its own entity. It has its own ability to support itself. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you establish a strong business credit profile. Even if you don't connect with us to do it, and you want to do it on your own, that's fine. But just let you know, we've already done it. We've already invented the wheel. You don't have to reinvent it. Invest in your business. Take your additional cash flow, put it back in your business, and grow your business. Okay. Thank you all, Drake. I appreciate it. Thank y'all, everybody, for jumping on. I appreciate y'all for joining us. Like it, share it, and tag somebody. And we're gonna be back next Friday talking a little bit more about business credit and how to actually do this thing the right way. Just remember too, tomorrow morning, we are hosting part two of the Silent Crime movement. We got an amazing show lined up for the month of March. We're celebrating Women's History Month. My wife is a part of that program. She's one of the co-authors that's a part of the anthology. I'm excited about this month and what these women are doing. So join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and going to be getting it kicked off at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I appreciate you all. Have a happy Friday. Get back with us if you got any questions, or if you want to set up a free appointment to get a free consultation. But just understand, the only thing it's going to cost you to get the consultation is some time. So if you're looking to build your business, to grow it, build it the right way, to scale it, let us know how we can be of service to you. My name is Eric McKinley, Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I'll see y'all at the top, millionaires, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom.